Hi, my name is Kayla and I am back with another video. So today we're going to be talking about season 24 episode 2 of The Bachelor, week 2. And it starts off right where it left off with episode 1 with Hannah and Peter in a room talking. They're talking about their feelings and Hannah's like, I made a mistake. Peter's saying, can you come be on the show? And it's just really awkward for me to watch. Peter also is like, I want someone who wants me just as bad as I want them. Meanwhile, there's like 15 girls who's here for him on the date in another room. And I'm just like, they're there. You're just spending time with someone from your past. You need to move on. Hannah's conflicted. She's saying she don't know if she made the wrong choice. And all of these things. She even jokingly says, oh, you know what? I selfishly just want to say, let's go catch a flight. That's her testing the waters to see if he will actually go. It was weird because, like, you know, when you jokingly say something and hope the other person's like, you know what? Yeah, you right. But that didn't happen. And then they move from like sitting facing each other to her sitting on his lap, and then they're just like staring at each other, and he's like playing in her hair, and it's like silent. They're just like, and I'm just like, this is completely awkward. Are they gonna kiss? And I was like, they better not kiss because that's disrespectful. But at that point, I'm like, I hope they just do something because they're just staring at each other. Like, can we not just stare at each other? Like, can you go home? Or can you join the show? Can something happen? Because this is weird. It is. It's weird. But eventually Peter's just like, I can't do this. And then they like dissolve. Like they just, you know, untangled themselves. And then she goes her way, he goes his. He goes to the girls. He says, oh, we're not gonna do this part of the date. No. But selfishly for me, I was like, I wanted them to do this part of the date because I felt like it was gonna be funny. I was gonna laugh. I felt like it was gonna be very entertaining. But I'm kind of glad he didn't do it because his mind wasn't in it and his heart isn't in it. But I also feel as though that little 5-hour break intermission that he had is not enough for him. I think that he started the show too early because he clearly still has feelings for Hannah B, and that's just not gonna go away after 5 hours. I don't want half of someone's heart. Like, if you are still feeling some way for your ex, you're not in the position, you should not be in a position to have like the authority to like be choosing these girls. Like, they're here to find someone, like a whole person, and you're not that for them right now. And I think that they should have chosen a different bachelor, but we're here now. So then it cuts to the end of the first date, and I would like to say I love Natasha. She says how she feels. She says it not only to the group, but she also says it to Peter, because all the girls were saying how it's unfair about how the date got canceled and that they don't know if he's here like all the way. And I thought that like it would have been just a conversation amongst the girls, because sometimes I feel like the contestants are afraid to show like negative opinions because it might make them look bad. But she shared those same thoughts that she had with the girls to Peter, and I can really appreciate that because she's completely transparent. And I feel like that's hard to find in contestants of this show, because everyone always wants to be like, yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. And I feel like that's what goes on, but she kept it real. I also, towards the end of the second rose ceremony, Peter took some girl, I don't know her name, and they were talking, and then like he picks her up and just starts kissing her, and I'm like, that must be his thing. He must really like to pick up girls and sit them down and just start kissing them, because he did that on the last episode too. So that might be his go-to move. So if you know you think he's gonna pick you up, you already know what's about to happen. You already know. Moving on to the rose ceremony, Kelsey confronts McKenna about stealing Peter. She thinks that it's unfair because McKenna went on a group date with Peter the night before. So she thought it was unfair for McKenna to take Peter again to talk to him during the rose ceremony. And I never understand why these contestants pull the women aside and says, oh, you're taking too much time. The time spent confronting these women, you could spend going after the person that you're interested in. You can go after talking to Peter. You can do so much more with your time than confronting someone. I feel like they use that as an excuse, as a scapegoat. If they get eliminated, they're like, I didn't have enough time. Someone still kept stealing him. Da, da, da. I feel like they're using that as a scapegoat. No, stop pulling these people aside for them going after what they want. You go after what you want, and that should be that. Also, during the rose ceremony, Kelsey has been saving this special bottle of champagne that she had from home, and she was going to make a special little romantic, you know, get up for her and Peter. And McKenna opens this bottle that she's been saving for however many months, and Kelsey freaks out. She starts going crazy. I'm over it. Then she goes in the bathroom and everyone's like, okay, just calm down. Da, 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 da. And then she walks out there. Then she walks back to the bathroom. Peter goes follow her. She's like, no, I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk to Peter. And then she's like, you know what? No. And then she storms out of the bathroom and confronts Peter and Hannah Ann. And she's like, you know what you did? You know what you did? I saved that bottle. It was a special bottle. Da, 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 da. And then Hannah Ann's like, no, I didn't know. Oh my God, I didn't know. And then Peter's like, hey. And then he pulls Kelsey aside to another room, another place, and there's another mysterious champagne bottle. Apparently the bottles got mixed up or whatever. And at that point, I'm like, couldn't the camera people step in and say something like, hey, like, this not your bottle? They could have said that to Hannah Ann, and things would have been just, you know, okay, you know what I'm saying? But they didn't do that. Anyway, Peter pulls Kelsey to another room, and they start talking, and she's like, it was a special bottle, nah. And then they're like, okay, we're gonna start the night over. I'm just paraphrasing. I don't even know if they said that. Basically, I'm just trying to get to the point that I want to talk about. They they pop open this bottle of champagne, and he's like, are we gonna pour it in glasses, or are we gonna drink it straight from the bottle? She's like, I'm gonna drink it straight from the bottle because I'm a bad bee. And then she drinks this bottle. She drinks champagne from the bottle, and it goes straight up her face. And in my head, I'm thinking, yo, it is champagne. When you pour champagne inside of a wine glass, what's the first thing you do? It bubbles up. It bubbles up. Now, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I probably would have drank champagne from the bottle and not think none of it. But looking at what happened to her, it makes sense, because the first thing champagne does is it bubbles up, and it bubbles up all on her face. It just comes up on her face. I was just like, that is embarrassing. Like, I would have packed my bags. I would have said, see you later. It was a nice time. Goodbye. I couldn't handle that. I couldn't handle that. But she didn't freak out. What did she? Maybe she cried. I don't know. But in that moment, she didn't like do the most. I would have done the most. And they moved on. Then following that, after that, they like went their separate ways, and Hannah Ann approaches Kelsey and is like, I didn't know that was your bottle, da 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 da, I apologize. And Kelsey's like, no, you knew it was my bottle. I don't want to have this conversation with you. You're sneaky, you're calculated. I am not. You're fake. I am not. Da da da. I don't want to talk with you, period. That's it. She don't want to talk to her. And then Hannah Ann's like, okay, that's your decision, that's fine with me, okay. And then that was that. Apparently was a lot of tension in the room after that, but like, that was it. Hannah Ann wanted to talk, Kelsey did not. She has that right. That's it, period. End of discussion. Then later on, there's a group date. The group date was at Revolve. The girls were competing to see who had the best like style of clothes and who wore their clothes the best, walking up and down the runway. And Victoria F just immediately gets uncomfortable, insecure. She's crying about how she doesn't have personality and how she's not good at group dates because she doesn't have personality. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, you do not need personality to silently walk down a runway. You just be quiet and you walk. You know what I'm saying? You walk. You just walk. No personality needed. You are just using your feet to walk. You're just walking. That's it. That's all you're doing. Like, why are you crying? Why are you crying? And when she did it, she looked great. She looked amazing. So shut the F up. You looked amazing. Okay? No need to be insecure. Even though we can't control our insecurities, that's not the part I'm upset about. I'm upset about the part where her saying she has no personality, because you don't need personality to walk down a runway. You just walk. That's it. That's all. End of discussion. Victoria came in second place and Hannah Ann came in first place for the group date. I really like Natasha's outfit. Her second outfit, I was here for it. It looked really good. It was cute. I think I'm biased. I just love Natasha. I think I'm biased on that. Yeah. So since Victoria F did not win, she starts crying about how she just feels like she's not worth it and how she never wins and she just wants to quit and go home. And then Peter comes and she tells him how she's not like the most popular girl in the room and she doesn't light up a room and this and that, and Peter's like, I see you, I want you here, I see you. And she's like, thank you, and then he's like, you know what, come here. And he literally takes her like 5 steps across the room and he's like, here's some privacy. The camera and my crew was like, yeah, right, your privacy. They're like, I got you. Like, you could still see in here everything. They could have just stayed where they were sitting. Like, there was no need to move. The camera crew and my crew was like, you think you about to get away from us? Please. You know what I'm saying? It's not happening. And then, towards the end of the date, Hannah Ann tells Peter that Kelsey bullied her about the champagne incident and how it tore her up inside and how she was crying all night about it. All night. And I was just like, wow. One, I would like to call the biggest form of BS. I want to call it. I said it in the first episode, my first video, that I think Hannah Ann is a snake. And I'll be the first to apologize if I'm wrong, but I don't think I am. But I think she's a snake, but I'm going to continue to move on. I would like to call BS on what she said, because when Kelsey and Hannah Ann had the talk, when Hannah Ann tried to approach Kelsey and Kelsey shut it down, Hannah Ann's like, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. So you seem like completely okay with it then. You weren't crying then. You handled it, like, in my opinion, an adult. You're like, okay, fine. You don't want to talk to me, that's cool. You know? But then when talking to Peter, it completely tore you up. It tore you up that you cried all night. And that's what I like to call my second form of BS, because if you were crying, there's no way that the camera crew would not have gotten that on camera. Them nosy camera people, they would not let a tear shed without it being on camera. At least not it being heard. You know what I'm saying? They would at least caught like the sound of you crying. I don't buy it. I just do not buy it. I think you're exaggerating. And bullying is constant, you know, just torment towards someone with like no reason. You know what I'm saying? You did in fact open the champagne bottle and she was upset about it. She does not want to talk to you. That's not bullying. She has the right to not want to talk to you. Bullying is constant torment towards someone for no reason. And even if they did have a reason, it's just constant abuse, mental, physical abuse. Like, it's just, you know what I'm saying? You're being dramatic. She did not bully you. She said her piece and she moved on. She didn't want to talk to you. You kept on pushing her and she didn't want to talk to you. And so yeah. And then Victoria F got the group date rose. And then after that, Peter wanted to talk to Kelsey about the things that Hannah Ann said. So Peter pulls Kelsey aside and he tells her all the things that Hannah Ann said about her. And Kelsey is like, I did not bully her. I said I don't want to talk to her. She don't like me. I don't like her, but that's not bullying. And then Peter's like, well, Kelsey said that you bullied her. And then Kelsey says, well, I said I didn't. You know what I'm saying? So now Peter's like, I don't know who to believe. But I feel like he likes Hannah Ann more. That's why he's on the quick to defend her. But I think, in my opinion, if I don't want to talk to you, I don't want to talk to you. It does not matter. You can say whatever you want, but if I don't want to talk to you, I don't. And that's not bullying to me. So for her to say that is really, really stretching the truth. Stretching it very hard. And I just don't trust Hannah Ann from the very first episode, and I think that I am right. I have really good instincts on people, and if I am wrong, I will be the first to apologize. But I don't think that I am. So yes, that's pretty much the episode, and I had to keep looking down in my notes because it was a lot going on in this episode. You know, I don't want to miss anything. So yes, that's pretty much all that happened. So yeah, I will see y'all next time on episode 3. I'll see y'all next week. Have a good week. Have a nice 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 week. Moving on to the rose ceremony, McKenna, no, not McKenna.